let's just go to the flow now and create a screen flow that will always send out messages to end users. I don't know the kind of updates they've done on this home page of sales home page. They've done a kind of which is just too bad on this home page. It's not going to be like that at our place of work. Our home page won't be customized like this. But I just want to tell you because when I click on setup, you can't see edit page and edit page supposed to be here. Now, if I click on service, you will see the main, yeah, the home page. Hey, this is what I wanted to see. I will do it on the service. Okay, now I will I might put the flow, I might do it at this home page. You see now, I can see edit page here. So I will have the welcome message on this home screen of service. So my end users that has one thing or the other to do with service application, definitely they will receive the welcome message. And who are the end users that deal with, in most cases, that deals with service application? These are the people that manage your record, that manage, engage in the services and marketing activities and all the rest. The end users that make use of a service. We have been talking more of sales all the way. Now there are other end users that also work on service. All this community, they are all application, service charters, commerce, best solution site, analytics studio, all of them. They are all applications, depending on the area of the expertise that the person is dealing with. Even the one we created is also an application that has to do with this project tracker that has to do with hey, it's good. Let me create it. I'll put it on my project tracker. I'll put it on the project tracker edit page. So I will whoever is working with our project tracker will be able to see the welcome message that we're going to do with the flow. Now let us dive in and start working on the screen flow for the first time. I told us earlier that we have two types of flow. We have screen flow, we have auto launched flow. The auto launch flow divided into like five different categories on its own that has to do schedule, auto launch flow. We have record trigger auto launch flow, platform trigger auto launch flow, event trigger auto launch flow, and some like five different types of flow, auto launch flow. But basically, we have two types because somebody has gone for a job that would have landed a very nice job like that the other time, but the person did not pay much attention in the area of flow. The last minute, they just asked the person that, oh, the interviewer just asked, what can you tell us about flow? It's just as simple as that. But the person was parabolating, the person could not really dive deep, and that was at the last stage of the job interview. And that job was good at the entry level. It was the entry level of Salesforce administrator entry level. It was going for they were they already negotiated to say if they're going to give her the job, she will get the job at 95,000. That was a good one. Now you create new flow. Then you can see what I just said now. Auto launch flow, no trigger, schedule trigger flow. So these are the other type, but you only have two. Every other ones, the first one is a screen flow. And every other one, they are all auto launched flow. The auto launch flow, now you have them schedule trigger flow, auto launch flow, no trigger, record trigger flow, that when record is updated, record is deleted, it's going to launch. Other one is platform event trigger. When it launches, when a platform event message is received, the auto launch flow runs in the background. You see now, this one, record trigger flow, runs in the background. The record trigger orchestrations launches when a record is created or updated. And orchestrated lets you create or multi-select. It's also all these things happen at the background as well. The auto launch no trigger launches when evoked by Apex process. This has to do with coding. When Apex is the coding language of Salesforce. It has to do with coding, Apex process, REST API. And this is an application protocol interface that will help you to um, more that this auto launch flow runs in the background as well. You can see now schedule trigger flow, they are all running in the background. But the screen flow guides users through a business process that auto launch from the lightning page, experience cloud site, quick actions, like the word I just said that we're going to create a quick action in terms of a lead record. Those are the things we can do with a flow. But basically, you have two type of flow: screen flow, then auto launched flow. The auto launch flow now divided into one, two, three, four, five, where you have scheduled trigger flow. When you have a scheduled trigger flow, that means it has to do with specific time or frequency the record will be triggered in batches. That means it has to do with the time frame. Because that anytime you see anything scheduled like that, trigger flow, it has to do with timing and everything. Then you have another one, auto launch flow, number trigger, record trigger flow, platform event trigger flow, and record trigger orchestration. Now, the next thing I'll say, create. Now, there are two ways of creating flow. We have one to auto layout. We have one as a free form. Now, like me, I'm kind of comfortable working with auto layout. Some people, they love free form. Whichever one you use, you always arrive. If there is no any error, you always get to your destination at any time you maybe wish to get there. So you always get your answer correctly. So it has no disadvantage or advantage over anyone. But the only thing is that the auto layout, as you want to be adding components to it, maybe screen or create record or get decision or make assignments or all those components, you don't need to drag it and drop it and connect it. So let me just demonstrate this now. You will see. You click on this plus now. Then let's say we want to do screen flow now. It's going to be a screen. Then immediately, this is the screen now that we have. We'll be dragging a component into this canvas here, then giving it name, do all the necessary thing that we want to do. That's for that screen flow. You see, it's automatically connected. There is a connection between them. But on the other one, the free form happen to be what you're going to do is that, let me now say I want to do free form. You'll see what will happen now. You see now there is no connection between these, unlike the other one. That means you need to drag the components. All the elements you have here, you have different elements here. You have screen actions, and there are so many tools here that you can use. You can use it to logic, assignment, decision. You can use as flow to kind of take decision for you. You can use it to loop. You can use it for collection sort, collection filters, create record. We're going to use create records today in terms of for our screen flow. Then you have update record, get record, delete record, and rollback records. All those stuffs, they are always available. Good. Now, unlike the other one, if I drag for the free form, if I drag and drop it, then I give it all the necessary things I need to give to it. Let's say I give it to it, then I will need to connect it at the end of the day. I will need to connect it. So you see, when I there's no connection now. When I drag it, when I drop it here, it's gonna be there. So until when I give you all the necessary record, all the necessary name, and I click done. Let's say now I just say done. Let's say welcome message. Oh, yeah. Then I say, okay, done. You see now, this is what I was trying to say. Then what will now happen? There is no connection between them. After I've done everything on it, then I click here and then I just take it and connect it. That means it's been connected now. Until you connect it, then I save, then I activate, then if any adjustment I need to do, that's way. And if I need other elements again, I will drag it and drop it there. When I'm done with it, I will connect this one, I connect it. That is the flow. You can see that's why they call it flow. You see the arrow will be going from the starting point down like that. It will be flowing down, flowing down, flowing down. You can use it. It can be like, it can be so massive, containing like 10 different elements, components, dragging together. It'll be looking somehow scary at times. We're going to do, by God grace, two different stuffs like that that will really give you, see how interesting the flow will be at the end of the day. If we make mistake, we debug, we correct it, we debug, we correct it. When you work with flow, you just be as if you are working like a developer, but in your own case, you are using declarative language, not an imperative coding language that developer will be using. In Salesforce, they make use of JavaScript, they make use of Apex, they make use of virtual force to get things done. But in a declarative language form, as an administrator, you'll be dragging using drag and drop, because these are semi-prepared for you. They have already prepared all the necessary component. What your responsibility will be is to be able to know how, where and where, when and when you need what, and then you get the job done. To get the job done for you at the end of the day. Yes, you will need it based on the uh, problem you want to solve. Let me put it like that. You will know that you, as an administrator, you will know that you need to create a flow when your employer asks you that, okay, administrator, I want, please, like the one we wanted to create now. And we want a situation that we need a kind of motivational message, a kind of inspirational message that when our end users, they are logging in onto our platform every morning, they will be seeing different messages telling them that, oh, hey, Dolapo, welcome Dolapo. How are you doing today? I hope you're good. Let us come together as a team and move for our this thing and achieve all our aim 2024, something like that. You will definitely know that every other tools that you have, object managers and all those ones, Lightning App Builder, object manager, they can't do that, get that job done for you. You will know that you will need flow to get it done. So the one straight answer I can give to it is that, is the problem what the kind of problem you want to solve, or you want to troubleshoot, or you want to provide solution to, that would determine that you have to configure flow. And then in many cases, flow is a very powerful tool that, on a rare cases, many things that you will not be able to do with it. That is when they will now ask developer, please come and get this job done for us, that they can't use declarative language to do it. So Salesforce is trying to minimize to the barest minimum coding on their platform because coding is not cost efficient. It's expensive. You know amount of money they are paying developers. So administrator can actually do so many things for them that ordinarily that would have involved the developers to get the job done for them. Like this simple thing that we wanted to do now. If they want to use developer, it will become one big project like that that can take some, 2 or 3 days before they can get some things like that, get it, troubleshoot and do all that. But this is the thing you will do. You function, take care of, manage the platform, users management, you're ensuring the security of the platform. You are doing so many things at a time. So that's the beauty of this. But whatever you're going to do, definitely the problem as the problem is coming. So don't but the most important thing is for you to understand Salesforce platform. So when you understand Salesforce platform, when they are bringing in their normal layman language or in their whatever they present is problem to you, you now know it's your responsibility to know the rightful tool to use to solve the problem. So if it is flow that you will use that will make the job easier and faster, you use flow. Then if it is a lightning builder that get the job done for you, you use lightning builder. If this, you use all those things now. When I was about to create, let me show you something to that will give you hints of so many things you can create with flow. Let me leave that. When I say new flow, you can see now from here alone, we're seeing different things. We can look little definition they provided here. Guide users through a business process that launched from Lightning pages, experience cloud side, quick actions, like the one I say I want to create a quick lead, a quick lead record that my end users can use to create a quick lead right on the home page without going to the main uh, lead object page. Then we have another one here called schedule trigger flow. So if you have any problem that has to do that they want a specific time or frequency for each record to run in batch, then you will know that you need to do schedule trigger flow to solve that problem. Then if they come and explain to you, okay, the problem uh, most of these problems too, your business analyst, Salesforce analyst will also come in the area of requirement gathering and all the rest. It involves so many things. So you come together as a team, they look at the problem. Okay, this is how we want to solve this problem. Administrator, how do we get this problem solved? You will always come out to say, okay, this is the way. And in a team, you can have like 2 or 3, 4, 5 different administrators that they will contribute towards solving a particular problem. Then you can also be the only administrator in your company as well, all depend. Then if it has to do with auto launch flow that has to do with no triggers, then a launch, this is launches when invoked by Apex process, when you have anything that do with REST, API, more all those auto launch flow terms. Then this one's now runs. This one will have to do with Apex. So you don't have any business with that. It's developer will be the one to solve that. But when it has to do with, okay, administrator, we want a situation that we want a flow that we send a message to a contact that we just created his record with our company for the first time. They will explain to you in the way they just want, the way they see the problem. They will explain to you, they will explain it to you as a problem. This question you ask is very good, and I want to take my time to answer it good as well. Now they will ask the administrator, please, and we want the stakeholder can just ask the administrator, do you know what? We've not been sending auto message or kind of email alert to our new contacts that are doing business with us. So we want a situation whereby immediately our end users, the end user that will be the one that will enter their record, we input their record into the platform. You are not the one. We want a situation whereby anytime our end users enter the record of a new contact, the new contact immediately need to receive an email alert. That email alert is not coming from the end user. What the users has done is to update a record. That's why they call it a record trigger flow. Okay, he created the contact record on his own. Immediately he entered the contact record on your platform. A message will be sent immediately based on auto launch trigger flow, record trigger flow. Because a record is created, that will send a message to the end user. So that's the same way stakeholder will ask you that. Administrator will want a situation whereby whenever, so you will know that it's a flow that you configure to get that job done for you. Or when they say, okay, when any of these, when somebody deleted a particular record, a flow, they want a situation that is going to be a kind of a record trigger or an update, then you also know that flow will get the job done for you. Now, if it is a platform event, then when that event message is received, maybe the particular event message is received, maybe a party about a program, then a trigger, a flow should run. It will run. So based on the problem, definitely you'll be able to know what you're going to configure, and at the end of the day, you will use it to solve as many problems as possible. So let me create the flow. Then say now I have, I'm going to use auto launch flow. Then auto launch flow now on this cross you have here is where you will click on to add elements. And the element I want to add, the interaction ones I want to do now is what we call screen. I want to do screen flow. The screen flow that I want to do, I already say uh, my management, my company, they've asked me as an administrator, please, we want a situation whereby there is a message that everybody, every our end users, as they are landing on their pages, they are getting that message all the time. Please get the job done for us. Help us to customize a screen flow that will give welcome them individually on the platform and everything. You definitely know that ScreenFlow will get that job done for you because it's going to give message that your end users can read and see and read. That is ScreenFlow automatically. That's what qualifies that a ScreenFlow will be able to solve that problem because it's a problem. There's something they want to solve by going through the screen. They want your end users to interact with it at their user's interface. It's not what will be running at the background that is invisible to the front end users. Now, what we just do here, you label this one. Let me label it welcome. Yeah. Then this is I've given it a label, I've given it name. Now that I've given it label, now that I've given it name, what will happen now is that you see configure header. This is the header now. This header will show at the front end. We don't need it, but I want you to show so that I will come back and show you how you can remove it. All these footers, you don't want finish to show. Previous and pause, they are not thick. They are not, it's not going to show. That's why they are fainted. But this thick one finish is going to show at the front end. Take note of that. And you don't want it to show. We just still come back here to kind of customize it and hide it at the end of the day. Then what you have are the footer. This is for the footer. You are saying these are the footer. You don't want to see it later. Let's just go back to the main thing. So let me click on done here. Um, Now we have edit elements. Now I need to give my, as it is, it just look boring. Nothing has happened. I want it to display a text. I want it to display a message. You can have your flow to display text. You can have your flow to display image. But in this sense now, I want a message. I want it to display message to my end users. Then I search for display. Then I drag display text. If it is message you want to input, you put it here. If it is a display you want it to get done for you, then you drag it, you drop it here. You see now, this is where now you'll be able to write the message you want to display at the front end. Then what is the name I will just give to this? I will say welcome message. Let's say display message. Display message. Display message. The it's API name, so that means it's a developer name. You can give it underscore or you don't give it any space. Let me give it underscore, then message, because they call it API name. That is application protocol interface. Then you just say, okay, what you want to pick now. For it, we are not picking anything yet. What is the message you want to have here? Then I will say, welcome user, welcome, welcome user. So this welcome user, I want to take, if you want to take it to the front, center, left, extreme end, or you want it to be at the center, or you want it to be at the, it's going to be better. Let's move it to the center. So it's at the center now. I want to increase the front. Let me increase to the front to like 20. Yes. Let me give it, let me make it bold. Let me give it 24. Let me make it bold. Yeah, it's bold now. Welcome user. So let's just look at it. At this end, it doesn't really make more sense. Generic, the user. Who's that user? What is the name of the user? Is the name of the user Bimpy? Is the name of the user Isaac? Or what is the name of that user on my platform? Is it Jack Rich or something? So now, if you want to get that job done, you need to do something. And what you have to do is to say, okay, uh, you need a global variable that is going to get the job done for you. That will help you to quote a particular name. We did something like that when we're doing email templates, but this time around, we're going to go to the front end to do something about it. Now, I'm going to save it, and let's just go and see how it's going to look like at the front end. Let me click done now. Let me click done. Let me click save. Now I want to save the flow for the first time there. I must give my flow a name. Uh, welcome message flow. Welcome message flow. Then, let me bother myself with description. So we want to pick the flow at the front end. Now, anytime you take note of what I want to say, anytime you create a flow, you need to save it. When you save it, now you save it before you activate it. When you activate, you debug. You debug to know if there is an error. If there is no any error, if there is an error, it's going to show you where you have the error. Then you fix the error. Then If there is no error, you go ahead, you activate it, you go to the front end. So before you activate it, you can debug. Let me debug now. So if there is any trouble, any problem, it's going to let me know. You can run your debug as the latest version of each flow called by subflow element, or show the details of what executed, or run the flow as another user's, any depending on. So those are the three ways you can debug options. You can have this in a multiple choice questions. Show details of what's executed or render flow in lightning runtime. Render the flow in lightning runtime, even if the lightning runtime isn't enabled for the org. Or you can do this one, run the latest version of each of the cursor flow. And then the third one, run flow as another user. So this option is disabled in your org's process automation setting. So now, then what I'm going to do now, I will say run. So immediately I say run. If there is any error on this flow, it's going to show here. No, there's some error that is not going to show. The kind of error that I can see, but I don't want to show. I don't want to show it to you now. You don't have business with that. I can see those things that necessarily they are not supposed to be with this, which definitely I need to remove at the end of the day. So there is no error. Everything is fine. Then you just leave it as it is. Nothing you can do. You just leave it. Go back to what you were working on and say, okay, activate. Now I activate my flow. Then I need to go back to the front end to see how my end user will relate with this flow that I just activated. Then let me go there and say, okay, let me go to sales. Where do I want to make it available? I want to make it available on maybe project tracker. Yes. Okay. I want to make it available on project tracker. So that when someone land on the home page like this, we'll see the welcome message. And somebody working on our project tracker objects, when they land, you want them to see it and all the rest. It sounds so good that the welcome message will be here and the name of the person will be mentioned. Now it's not here, and we've activated the flow. What do we need to do? When we go to is Lightning App Builder, you just click on this setup here. I want to make something available here. You click on this setup. You'll be working with this a lot. Then you now see edit page, so that you want to edit what is available on this screen here. You want to edit it. You want to reposition things. You want to add something. You want to take some things out. Then you can do it by clicking on setup icon. We are on home page now. That's why he has picked the home page. Then from there, we can click on the setup icon. Then we say edit page. Immediately, I click on edit page now. You will see what will happen. This is our Lightning App Builder. What can you see here? This is Lightning App Builder. This was the same way it looks like at the front end before we landed here. Now look at it. This thing is what we are having on the Lightning App Builder. You can see it's the same thing. So now what we need to do, we have it on the Lightning App Builder. Anything you have done, this is where you make it available. The flow that we build now, we want that message to be here, the welcome message to be here. So I will say, um, uh, I will now go to the components and type flow there. Flow. Then I drag this flow now. I want to make it available right as my end users are landing on my uh, of project tracker application. Then I drag it, I drop it here for ESA. Now I need to search for the particular flow that we created. So you can see now, welcome message flow is the one that I need. to be here. Then I click save. When I save, it's asking me to activate the page to make it visible to your users. Yes, activate. Then, do you want to make it org wide default or app default or a particular app profile? Then, whichever one you want, you will pick it up and make it available for the app default or this thing. Then I want to make it org wide default because I want a kind of message that will be available to virtually everybody end users as they are. So I click assign as org default. Then I click save. I click save. I click save. So immediately I save now. Good. I go back. You see now, I have it welcome user. Then I have welcome message here.
Right, that's a wrap up for today's video. I hope you have picked up some valuable insights and actionable tips in Salesforce ecosystem. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumb up. If you found it helpful, I'm Asikola Oshirikan and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.